Hi, so today I want to talk about how this is the year that you stop shoulding all over yourself. Yeah. So we're settling into January now, and the internet is screaming at you about who you need to become. New year, new you, new habits, new disciplines, new morning routines, the new meal plan, the new productivity system that will revolutionize your life. More, better, faster, stronger. And there you are, exhausted, thinking, I should probably do that vision board thing. I should start the course I bought. I should finally get serious about ... fill in your gap. Stop. Just for the moment, stop. Because I want to show you something that you might have forgotten. You have a choice. Not the fake choice between should and shouldn't. Not the guilt-soaked choice between what you're supposed to do and what you're failing to do. No. I'm talking about real choice. The kind that comes from somewhere deeper than your to-do list. Now, let me ask you something. How does it feel when you're operating from should, would, or could? You know that feeling, right? It's heavy, isn't it? It feels like you're wading through thick mud or pushing custard uphill with a straw. Every task feels harder than it needs to be. You procrastinate on things you should be doing, and then you beat yourself up for procrastinating. You start your day already behind, already failing at commitments you never really wanted to make in the first place. Should, well, it zaps your energy before you've even begun. Would, well, that keeps you trapped in a fantasy version of yourself that just doesn't exist. And could, well, that leaves you stuck at the crossroads, frozen by possibility, but taking no actual steps. These words, they don't motivate you, they actually drain you, they disconnect you from your own inner knowing, and they hook you into everyone else's expectations, real or imagined. When you're living in should land, everything feels like an obligation. Even the good stuff. Even the stuff that you're supposed to be. You know, the self-care becomes another item on the list, another way that you're not measuring up, another thing that you're doing wrong. You're grinding, you're stuck, you're going through the motions. And somewhere underneath all of that, perhaps you've forgotten that you're allowed to choose differently. So today, let me show you what happens when you shift from should to choose. I choose to do this. Do you feel that energy? There's energy there, there's clarity, there's alignment. When you choose something from your heart of hearts, well, then you show up differently. You're present, you're engaged. Even if the task is challenging, there's a quality of aliveness to it because it's yours. And I choose not to do this. Well, here's the revolutionary part, you see. This carries just as much power. This isn't avoidance. This isn't failure. This is discernment. This is you listening to your inner wisdom and trusting what it tells you. You see, when you choose, when you really choose, you're no longer at war with yourself. You're not dragging yourself through days that you resent. You're not performing from an invisible audience perspective. You're not trying to become someone else's version of who you should be. You're simply making conscious decisions that honour what's true for you right now in this moment. So what happens if you let yourself off the hook? Well, here's what I know after years of working with brilliant, accomplished yet exhausted women. You've been running on autopilot for so long that you've probably forgotten what it feels like to actually want something, to choose something because it lights you up, not because it looks good or seems responsible or might impress someone. To say no because it's not aligned, not because you're being lazy or selfish or difficult, is empowered. You see, you've been conditioned to believe that your worth is tied to your productivity, your usefulness, your ability to show up for everyone else. You've been taught that listening to yourself is indulgent, that choosing what you want is somehow wrong. But what if it isn't? What if the most radical thing that you could do isn't to add more to your plate, but to actually question what's already there? What if you asked yourself, do I actually choose this, or am I just doing it because I think that I should? I'm going to share a statement that changes everything. I am choosing to do what I want to do rather than what my conditioned self thinks I should do. I'm willing to let go of should, would, and could, and embrace I choose or I choose not to. And tell me how that lands in your body. Something shifts, right? Something perhaps relaxes within you. Or maybe something tightens up, a resistance. Both responses are information. Both are worth paying attention to. Because this isn't about you being selfish. It's not about abandoning responsibility or letting everyone down. It's about reconnecting with your own inner wisdom. It's about the part of you that actually knows what's right for you, what's aligned for you, what will nourish you rather than deplete you. That wisdom doesn't speak in shoulds. It speaks in clarity, in yes and no, in choice. And here's your rebel moment, your practice for this week. Start noticing your language. And every time you catch yourself saying I should or I need to or I have to, pause and get curious. Ask yourself, is this true? Do I actually choose this, or is my conditioning talking right now? And if it's conditioning, if it's a should that doesn't belong to you, well, give yourself permission to go ahead and choose differently. To say no, even if someone might be disappointed. To say yes, even if it's not what you should want. To trust yourself enough to make a choice that feels right in your heart, in your bones, and not just right on paper. This is how you stop overcommitting to the point of exhaustion. This is how you reclaim your energy, your time, and your life. Not by doing more, not by becoming someone new, but by remembering that you always have a choice and then choosing accordingly. So what would you choose if you stopped shoulding all over yourself? I'd love to hear what comes up for you. Pop it in the comments below. And if this video resonates with you, then go ahead and hit subscribe and strike the bell so you don't miss a thing. And if you know someone that might benefit from this, forward it to them, share the love. Until next week, from my heart to yours, stay blessed.